AITA for refusing to attend my father's wedding? 18 meters. Lost my mom 7 months ago to cancer. She had been sick for 3 years, and in the last 2 months we found out my dad had been having an affair almost the entire time she was sick. My mom was absolutely destroyed by the news when she learned it, and what's worse is my dad's affair partner wanted to try and straighten things out before my mom died. My dad was kicked out of the house, and mom changed her funeral plans and everything so that my dad would not be able to go. She changed her will and went out of her way to ensure I would be getting everything and not him. She set it up in a way where my aunt would have a temporary guardianship over it, or whatever it's called, and my dad could not get his hands on it that way either. She was very clear that she had not wanted my dad with someone else while she was alive, and would not act like things were okay after either. When my mom died, it was the most painful time in the world for me, and I am still processing life without her. I also hate my dad for the harm he caused during mom's final months. The fact is, he made it all 10,000x harder than it ever needed to be. All because he couldn't remain faithful to her in life. He got engaged to his affair partner the week my mom died. They decided to wait until mom was gone a year to try and save some of his reputation. But I have hardly anything to do with him, and anything I do have to do with him is because he makes the effort and he reaches out. He wanted me to know he was engaged, and he wanted me to meet his other woman. And he forced those things on me. The last time they decided we needed to speak, I told them not to send me an invite to the wedding, because I won't go and I won't respect them enough to RSVP officially. They were upset and told me to think about the future and other BS like that. I told them if they thought they were worthy of being grandparents, which they mentioned, then they needed to think again. Then they tried to guilt me with a sob story of how she was widowed for many years and her kids all turned their backs on her and took her grandkids away because they were disgusted with her for moving on. Didn't move me one little bit. But my dad's family are kinda pissed that I am drawing such a hard line at the wedding. They already know people judge my dad and think it would look way better if I was there. My dad also thinks I am taking his relationship with mom out on him instead of judging based off how he was as my dad. But I stand by a dad who makes their kids' loss of their other parent harder than it needs to be is not a good dad. And he made losing mom so much harder. I'm hearing from so many family members that I need to go to the wedding, and I'm wrong to say no. That I am asking AITA? NTA, tell the family that is harassing you about it that the only way you'll go is if you get carte blanche for the first speech at the reception. And you'd doubt they would want to hear what you'd have to say about the happy couple. You're just doing what your dad did. Practice what it's like when someone isn't there anymore. And just being a bit early with it. Also, if all her kids turned their backs on her and not let her be a grandparent, there has to be more reason than poor her. Sounds like a good plan. I'd follow suit. NTA. His family are trying to cover up his heinous behavior? I guess the rotten apple didn't fall far from the rotten tree. Is there any benefit to you remaining in touch with a single one of them? If not, cut them all out. I am so truly sorry that all of this happened to you. You deserve so much better. I hope you're allowed the space and respect to grieve and recover from losing both of your parents in this devastating way. First and foremost, I am so sorry for your loss. I lost my mom a bit ago, and I still mourn her passing every day. I could not imagine my father cheating on my mother and then getting engaged that soon. It's almost hard to believe. But it's true. I don't think my parent would like the response they got if I had been in your shoes. You are NTA for not going to the wedding. Like others have commented, being no contact is likely the way to go, and there's a couple of reasons for that in my opinion. 1. Less reminder of what your biological father did. This will allow you to put aside the rage and focus on healing for yourself. 2. It sets a set of expectations on both sides. Given enough time, hopefully your biological father gets the hint and leaves you alone. Your biological father didn't just hurt your mom, his wife. He also hurt you. Your family and basis was ripped apart too many ways, especially for someone so young. You need time to build back your own sense of self. Even though I didn't have quite so much involved with my mom's passing, I started therapy after her passing. It really helped me with my anger. It also helped me find little ways for me to honor my mom's memory, which has made me become a better person overall. For the family that is trying to get you to go to the wedding, tell them your answer is a firm no. Also remind them if they want any future relationship with you, they need to respect your decision. Good luck, Op. NTA, I'm so sorry for your loss. You don't need to go to the wedding or even talk to them. It sounds like they are trying to salvage whatever is left of their reputations. NTA. And of course you don't need to go to the wedding of two people who stuck the knife in and twisted it when you were already devastated. At least your mom found out and was able to rewrite her will. And I bet affair partner's children didn't turn their backs on her because she moved on, but for other reasons. NTA. Losing one parent to disease is already one of the most distressing things you could experience. I lost my mom to ALS and miss her every day. Losing the other parent through their own selfishness? I wouldn't be able to forgive that. Or at the very least, not for a very long time. Which they, selfishly again, are not offering you. NTA all the way. Spend their wedding day making new, happy memories and know your mom would be proud of you for standing up for yourself. First of all, I'm really sorry for your loss. Second, absolutely NTA. Those many family members are no doubt your dad's family. If this were me, I'd add them all to a group chat and ask them, why does forgiving your dad for cheating on a dying woman trump you grieving your mother? Why does he deserve absolution for making a dying woman's last few months on this earth harder? Tell them that you'd be happy to pass on to their spouses that they think, in sickness and in health, is just an empty phrase. Honestly, Op. F these people. NTA. You do not have to go and don't let anyone pressurize you into going. I would suggest going NC with him for the time being. NTA. Your actions here are justified. What he did is unforgivable. I bet his family will stay after you to keep up appearances. They know how bad this looks. And is. You are not obligated to save your dad's reputation. He destroyed it all on his own, so we'll have to learn to deal with the consequences. NTA. NTA. I'm very sorry about the loss of your mom. You do not have to go to your dad's wedding, and your relatives that are pressuring you to go and laying on the guilt trips are Oz. You're an adult now and you can go and see with any of them until, if ever, you want them in your life. NTA. It would look way better. All they care about is appearances. Make it look like it is. Your dad betrayed his family. Not just your mother, his wife, but everything you knew to be true in regard to that word. So, anytime he wants to talk about being a dad, remind him that you are a child going through the pain and anguish he, asa father, caused. NTA. How your father looks at his wedding is of no concern to you. NTA at all. You are spot on. Your dad made your mom's illness and passing harder on you while you were still a minor. They are hoping to use you, as is his family, to legitimize their relationship. This isn't about making them look worse by not attending. They want to weaponize your presence against those who are rightfully judging them. Don't go. Plan to celebrate your mom on that day or something else that will help you combat the feelings you'll experience that day. I hope you find the family you deserve in friends and community. Chosen family is a beautiful and long-lasting bond. NTA. Your dad is a gigantic AH. And she's not much better. Given her kids have ditched her seemingly the same thing. But my dad's family are kinda pissed that I am drawing such a hard line at the wedding. They already know people judge my dad and think it would look way better if I was there. Not your issue. Maybe he shouldn't have had an affair behind his dying wife's back. NTA. I have gone no contact with my parents for less. Your father is astonishingly evil. NTA. Hurting your mother is hurting you. I would do exactly the same thing if I was in your position. NTA. Tell your dad and his family that they need to think about what you could tell the world about your experiences with him. Tell them that your words will be so much worse than what people are currently saying. Tell them that they already played their hand and it was the worst thing he could do to you. And now you have all the leverage. NTA. Then they tried to guilt me with a sob story of how she was widowed for many years and her kids all turned their backs on her and took her grandkids away because they were disgusted with her for moving on. Her own kids don't respect her. I doubt they turned their backs because she moved on years after being widowed. But if she can respect her kids turning her away for it, she can respect you turning them away for moving on, while your mom was alive and your father was actively cheating on her. This man is an ass. If you go to the wedding you should make it hell. The only reason these people even want to invite you is so that it can make your dad and his side chick look good. These people are toxic. A lot of manipulation and gaslighting is evident. You should not allow them in your life any further. Cut them out completely. Your father has made it very clear that he only thinks about himself and his own needs. He will not change. He will not be a good grandfather at that. NTA. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.